Welcome, dear students. We are going to discuss about forms and types of tourism under the subject Management of Services. Why do people travel? In the last class, we learnt about why do people travel. One is visiting some place for a reason, or they go as a tourist directly. In the sense, some people visit places for a reason. Maybe their relatives are staying there or friends are staying there, and then they go as a tourist for sightseeing, or they can directly go as a tourist through travel packages. We already know that tourism is an activity done by an individual or a group moving from one place to another, or moving from a country to another country for performing a specific task, or a visit to a place or several places for entertainment and leisure, which leads to an awareness of other civilizations and cultures as well as history. The learning objectives for today's discussion will be the purpose of visit. On what purpose do tourists visit a particular place or destination? It could be for leisure, or it could be for educational purpose, or it could be for business. Please correct the spelling. It is BUSINESS. And the other reason is special interest. The purpose of visit would be for special interest. We will discuss that in the next class. In this class, we are going to discuss about leisure tourism and related, educational tourism and business tourism. Leisure ಅಂದರೆ ವಿರಾಮ. It is defined as using one's free or unoccupied time in a very relaxed manner for entertainment or rest. Tourists may travel to experience a change in climate and place and learn something new, enjoy pleasant scenery, or to know more about the culture of a destination. Tourists who seek break from the stress of day-to-day life devote their holiday to rest and relaxation. Students, it is very normal for anybody to de-stress and relax and refresh themselves. The same with tourists also. When their work life is so stressful, they really want to take off from their work life and spend taking vacations. These tourists prefer to stay in some quiet and relaxed destination away from daily life hustle bustle. Preferably they choose hill resort or beach resort or island resort. Look at these pictures. Here they have just come for relaxing. Next we'll move on to cultural tourism. Cultural tourism is also called as heritage tourism. People are curious to know about foreign lands and their cultures because it is the most important factor which attracts tourists to a destination. Students, when you see people in different attire, different food habits, you really get attracted. You want to explore what else they do, how do they live, what is their language, what are their habits. Similarly, cultural tourism is much associated to these aspects. It gives insight into the way of life people at distant land spend. ಅವರ ವೇಷಭೂಷ, ನೃತ್ಯ, ಸಂಗೀತ, ವಾಸ್ತುಶಿಲ್ಪ, ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯಗಳು, ಜಾತ್ರೆ, ಹಬ್ಬಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕರಕುಶಲ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಪಾಕಶಾಲಾ ಮತ್ತು ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಪದ್ಧತಿ. Look at these pictures. It shows the cultural events. Look at these pictures. It shows the dance forms, classical dance forms. And as a part of Indian culture, we are used to sit down on the floor before having meals. It is about the rakhi, the turmeric called haldi or arshana. And look at this picture. We actually bow to our elders, right? The one which is in black and white. Look at that picture. And you see the picture, right side to that black and white picture, you see two people bowing at each other. It is a way of respecting the opposite person, which is followed in Japan. So different places have different kinds of culture. It is very interesting to know about their culture. Why do they adopt certain things? Look at this. Culture of Cambodia. Look at their attire. Roman art and culture. Indian handicrafts. And these are the folk events. The festivals. The kite festivals here. And the culinary, food delights. Mouth-watering? Students, these are certain places, cultural places, which you can go through during your leisure. You can come back to this video and go through it at any point in time. And the link which is given at the end, just click on this link and explore. You'll be amazed at the variety of art and culture videos which are uploaded under this website. It is as good as a virtual tourism. We'll move on to religious tourism, dharmika pravasodhyama. It is also called as pilgrimage tourism. People travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, sometimes our elders, they go to pilgrimage along with family or friends. The world's largest form of mass religious tourism takes place at the annual Hajj pilgrimage in Mecca, which is situated in Saudi Arabia. Modern religious tourists are more able to visit holy cities and holy sites around the world. The most famous holy cities are Jerusalem, Israel, Mecca, Saudi Arabia, and Varanasi in India. The various places for tourists to visit in India for pilgrimage are Vaishno Devi Temple, which is in North India, Golden Temple in Amritsar, Char Dham and Mathura Vrindavan, Rameshwaram in South India, Kashi, Tirumala, Haridwar, Konark Temple and temples in Amritsar. The list goes on. Quickly take a glance of how religious places look like. Next, we'll move on to health tourism. It is also called as medical tourism. It is not new that people travel for health and stamina. It's been in existence for many years. People have been traveling for centuries to improve and rebuild their health and stamina. Our earth is blessed with certain places which has healing powers. Today, many people travel great distances to exotic locations or healthcare facilities in faraway countries in search of medical treatment and care due to low cost advantages. We might have seen in Ramayana that Sanjeevani, the mountain Sanjeevani, has certain medicinal values which is actually carried by Hanumanji for treating Lakshmana. So there are certain places blessed on this earth which has medicinal values. Many hospitals have specially designed packages including resorts facilities. It covers change of climate, alternative therapy, Ayurvedic treatment, hot sulfur springs, naturopathy and art of living, as well medical treatment. Students, I'll show you what is hot sulfur spring treatment. Can you look at the picture which is on the right top corner? It is a natural hot spring which is in Himachal Pradesh. Take any season, the water is always hot and people can bathe. And this is hot sulfur spring. People can take the hot water bath and the water flows from a particular height. It will really cure certain body pains and relaxes the body. Next we'll move on to sports tourism, Krida Pravasodhyama. Sports tourism refers to people traveling to participate in a competitive sport event. Normally these kind of events are the motivators that attract visitors to visit events like Olympic Games, FIFA World Cup and cricket also. Sports tourism can be adventurous also because it is more challenging as it takes the tourists into regions which are less frequently visited and may not have easy access. ಈ ಥರ ಈಸಿ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವೆಂಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರಿಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ tourism. According to National Tour Association, adventure tourism is a tour designed around an adventurous activity such as rafting, hiking or mountain climbing. And this is a package of recreation, enjoyment, education, thrills of participating in an adventure. Education is not always received within the four walls of a classroom. Every event in our life, outdoors or indoors, gives us some kind of education. Similarly, adventure sports tourism has so much to give us in form of education. Look at these pictures. All these are forms of sports. Can you see any person who seems very sick here? Someone who is into sports is always active and energetic. This is another picture. Next, types of tourism. We are going to look at adventure tourism. Sahasa Pravasodhyamam. It involves exploration of remote areas and exotic locales for engaging in various activities. Adventure tourism has various forms and it can be broadly classified as given therein. It could be land adventure or water adventure or aerial adventure. Let's look at some pictures now. So it could be land, water or aerial adventure. These are few pictures. The site itself is so thrilling. This is called rappelling. and this is trekking in the forest. You can find the rock climbing, and you find the gliding and white river rafting. We'll move on to educational tourism. Educational tourism developed because of the growing popularity of teaching and learning of knowledge and the enhancing of technical competency outside of the classroom environment. In educational tourism, the focus of the tour visiting another country or a place within the same country is to learn about the culture, such as in student exchange programs and study tours, which are organized specially by the eminent personalities and for research purpose also. Students recently from Karnataka, there were several teams which had participated in the Ek Shresth Bharat program. Do you know Karnataka is tied up with the state of Haryana under this program? It is to bring in cultural exchange and as well as educational exchange programs. You can go to this book written by Akhil Mathur about educational tourism. You would get more insights. So this is an example of student exchange program. I have something interesting to share. Dear students, can you identify who are these students in the picture? They are none other than Kavya, Bindhu, Wahid, Shivmurthy and Sharan. They are your seniors. They had been on a study tour to Bangalore. They visited Bangalore International Exhibition Center. There was an event going on the latest manufacturing equipment. It was a study tour. You can discuss with them. They will share more insights. So this is also a form of educational tourism. We will move on to business tourism, Vyapara Pravasodhyama. The business traveler's main motive for travel is for the purpose of business. Here, tourists visit a particular destination for various reasons pertaining to the work, such as attending a business meeting, or it could be conferences, conventions, selling products, or meeting clients. You can discuss with your seniors who visited that particular event in Bangalore. They saw all these in that particular event. They saw how business people met, what importance they gave to the clients, how were the products getting sold, did really a product got sold. So all these they have witnessed. If possible, I'll take you in the next academic year. Business tourism can be divided into three sections: trading for goods to be sold on a wholesale basis, conducting business transactions like visiting a client or contract negotiations, attending a conference, exhibition, or event associated with their business. Business tourism is popularly called as MICE. Remember this acronym, MICE. It stands for meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. This is one such example. This is a business meeting as well as award ceremony. These are the conventions where many products are exhibited. This is an example of conference in business tourism. This is a business meeting. Let's come to the summary part. Nowadays, people are more aware of destination and attractions because it is easy to browse over the net and take information. As well, they have money to spend and need break from their routine stressful life. They take breaks to refresh and relax or may travel for some psychological and social needs. Tourism service providers need to understand what are the motivation factors which make someone to travel. Various purposes have been categorized and these have led to different forms of tourism which we have gone through till now. The popular and most basic form of tourism is leisure tourism, under which we find cultural tourism, religious tourism, sports tourism. Business tourism has gained large momentum. Dear students, with the current COVID-19 outbreak and the Indian government recently announcing Atmanirbhar Bharat on May 13, 2020, that is this month, the thrust on using products made in India may bring positive dimension for business tourism in our country. These are the references. As usual, there will be an assignment. You can choose the first activity, that is on tourist map of India, highlight famous sites for the following forms of tourism, that is leisure tourism, water adventure sport, health tourism, religious tourism. Next, choose one of the activities, either activity 2 or activity 3. Activity 2 is listen to the experience of your friends or family members or relatives who were on a travel to a tourist destination within state or within India or outside India, and talk to them and write a composition of their experiences. Or you can take up activity 3. Try to find out if any business tourism event took place in Karnataka. And dear students, can you think of any other types of tourism apart from what we have discussed now? If you have anything, please send a message. We'll discuss about. So far we have discussed on the purpose of visit being the forms of tourism, that is leisure, education and business. Special interests will be discussed in the next. So next class will be on special interest tourism. For more videos, like and share and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.